Welcome back, everybody. How you doing tonight? I'm really kind of excited about this one. Tonight we get to open a full box of Ravnica Allegiance. I've been really looking forward to getting into this Ravnica stuff. I'm glad that they brought it back. I was around playing when the original Ravnica Guild Pack and Dissension came out, and I loved the block. I thought it was really well thought out, and I thought it was really original for the time. I really enjoyed doing that block and doing the drafts and stuff. There's some really kind of cool cards and cool concepts in there. So, been dying to get into these boxes. I picked this one up at my local game store, so I paid a little bit more than I could have gotten it for online, but not much really. I mean, these are going for cheapest I could find was around the kind of $97 range. So, I mean, I'd much rather support my local store and, support the place that I go play Friday Night Magic at and play tournaments and give me rewards and stuff than just putting that money online to some shady eBay seller that God only knows if he's opened it and messed with it and resealed it, who knows. So they're getting pretty sneaky with that stuff these days. But this one I got from my local game store, so I know right from a distributor right to there. So, security, peace of mind. Anyways, let's break into this thing. I know that's what you guys are waiting to see here. Now, we do have to watch the uncommon slot in this set because there are 3 uncommons that are worth more than most of the mythics in this set. There's Light Up the Stage, there's Wilderness Reclaimed, or Reclamation, Wilderness Reclamation, and Rhythm of the Wild, I believe. So, there's a few uncommons worth more than most of the rares and mythics. So, let's get these packs out here and see what we get. Line them up in order. If I get ambitious one of these days, I can go back and watch the videos and kind of see if there's any metric or rhythm to map in the boxes at all. I have noticed the last couple of boxes of recent sets, it seems like we did really good on the first half of the first stack and then kind of fizzled out the rest of the box for the most part. Maybe got a couple of hits right at the very end, but seems to be these first few packs. So let's see if that happens here. Obviously, we're looking for the Shocklands. Shocklands are really big in this set. Glad they brought them back as well. I kind of had an issue with gates, the guild gates. I really never liked the guild gates, but there's actually a couple cards in this set that make guild gates really kind of awesome to stack. So I'm not so angry about them anymore. All right, so our uncommon Shark the Crab, Gateway Sneak. This is a really cool card. I like this one a lot. I was just kind of looking over the set and I was like, oh, that's an uncommon. I might have to build a deck around that guy. He's just fun. Controller and Teysa. So that's our first rare there. I don't think she's worth a whole lot of anything. Let me see if I can line these up on the camera to where they look kind of nice, just so they're pretty for a few minutes until I knock them all over like usually. I try to go through these as fast as I can and try not to make the videos too long because I know you guys, your time is valuable. So I don't want to keep you here too long. I really appreciate every second you do watch. Ministrant of Obligation, Pitiless Pontiff, Spire Mangler, and Ethereal Absolution. And there you go, Gate. All right. So, it looks like that first few packs being the big boys isn't going to hold true for this set, apparently, or at least not this box, anyway. So, not getting much yet. Let's see. Gyre Engineer, Syndicate Guildmage, 10th Street Dodger, and Mirror March. Oh, that's a cool card. I've seen this used a lot in Arena and stuff, and some of the cool decks that are being built by some of the other YouTubers. I haven't really asked for permission to use their name yet, so I won't divulge that information. But some really cool YouTubers I watch that use that card a lot and have a lot of fun with it. So who knows, if I get a few of them, I might build a deck around that one too. I can't believe they're still making coin flip cards. It's kind of hilarious this day and age because we hated them back in the early days. We're like, really? But we'd still stack them for fun decks, when we were just having fun, not trying to play to seriously win or anything. All right, I'm not going to go through all the uncommons because we're just looking for the couple good ones there. And a split card. Warden split cards usually just don't hold value very well, so I ain't going to bother reading So of the Return to Ravnica type sets, you know, so we got a lot of them. We got Return to Ravnica, Dragon's Maze, Gate Crash, Guild of Ravnica, Ravnica Allegiance. Of all these sets, which one's your favorite? Which one's got your best card? Oh, there we go. Breeding Pool. That is the most expensive card in the set right now. Good old Shocklands. So there's our first hit on the Shocklands. There's our first hit pretty much in general, really. I mean, the Mirror Marsh is cool, but I don't think it's worth a whole lot. It just doesn't show up on the kind of top valued list there. So we're mainly looking for, you know, good valuable cards or stuff I want to stack in my own decks. So, all right. Absorb, there's a good one. That one's worth a few bucks. So I believe, yeah. Well, not a few, more like a couple, but still a decent card. Oh, I got all excited. I thought it was a Shockland, but it's a Guild Gate. Got a full Guild Gate. This set does it to you every time. One Guild Gates jump out at you when you see a foil. You think it's a Shockland, and you hit pay dirt, and then it's a stupid Guild Gate. So yeah, what was your favorite card in the set? Was there anything you really liked? Verity Circle, nothing big there. Did you come up with any cool combos? I was looking through this set and I was like, man, I wish I was around to draft this one, because there is some really, really just cool, almost broken combos in this set that I could see. I'm not sure if anybody's built decks around those combos or not, and if I see that they haven't been overdone, I might build some decks and then show them on some of the deck tech videos I'll end up doing in the future here as I get back into building decks and stuff. Precognitive Perception. It sounds official. Doesn't look like it's very official though. Yeah, this one looks like it would have been a blast to draft. Drafting's been one of my favorite formats for a long time. Since there's so many sets out these days, it's hard to kind of keep up with each of the other formats, you know. Gutterbones, this guy's really cool. I like him. Anything you can return from the graveyard, yeah, always fun. I was hoping I would get a couple of them, even though they're not. I don't think they're worth anything, but cool little card. I would stack them. I think I can make a pretty nasty combo with him. It's all about finding that infinite combo just to piss somebody off. High Alert, Azorius Skyguard, Resolute Watchdog, Angel of Grace, our first mythic, unless I missed one. So that's our first mythic. Let's start our mythic pile up here. And we got a foil Cavalcade of Calamity. Too bad it wasn't one of the valuable uncommons. That would have been awesome. But no such luck. So yeah, do wish I was around for this one to draft. Not sure why I quit for so long. Just kind of a money thing. Tithe Taker. He's a pretty cool card. I was checking him out. Not bad. During your turn, spells your opponent's cast cost 1 more to cast, and abilities your opponents activate cost 1 more to activate, unless they're mana abilities. That's pretty cool. It really kind of shuts down your opponent, and it's only a 2-drop. And you get an Afterlife too. So that's a really cool card. I don't think he's worth much of anything, but I'm surprised. I'd be surprised if a lot of people aren't stacking him. I'm surprised the value is not higher on him, because I mean, he's a pretty good way to get out there quick and slow down your opponent. Especially when you're using white, you need to slow him down as much as you can, because, you know, white doesn't have a lot of removal or damage. Well, I guess it's got a lot of removal, but it's not a brittle removal like red or black. So far we haven't got any cool uncommons. Nikia of the old ways. Nikia. Yeah, I don't think, not much there. Alright, so we're through the box. We only got 1 mythic and 1 Shockland, and we haven't come across a single one of the more valuable uncommons. So I think Wizards did that on purpose. They control, you know, they make some uncommons harder to get than other uncommons, and I think they knew which ones to make harder to get, obviously. Awaken the Erstwhile. Not sure what an Erstwhile is, but I guess you Want to awaken him in a black deck? I don't know. You guys still playing this set? If you wouldn't mind commenting, I'm not too familiar with all the current blocks. How long is this one gonna be in Modern, or is it already out of Modern and in Pioneer now? I don't know. Oh, Blood Crypt, got another shock land. That's a good one. We got 2 shock lands so far, and they're the 2 most expensive shock lands, so hey, we can't complain about that too much. All right. Rhythm of the Wild. Okay, finally we get one of them. One of the of course, is the cheapest of the 3, but we did get one of them. I'm going to kind of put them off in their own little, you can't see that, but I'm going to make their own little pile down here for them. For the more valuable ones, just see how many we get. Sphinx of Foresight. Sphinx of Foresight. Say that 10 times fast. Say that twice fast. There you go. All right. So what do you think, what do you guys think is the better set? Guilds of Ravnica or Ravnica Allegiance? And then after that, which block did you like better? The Return to Ravnica, Dragon's Maze, and Gatecrash, or the Guilds of Ravnica and Ravnica Allegiance block? Let me see. Oh, now we gotta light up the stage. All right, now we're starting to get some of these better uncommons here. And, oh, and a Mythic Kaya right there, too. That was a really good pack. So we got to Light Up the Stage, which is the most expensive of the uncommons. And we got a Kaya, who is up on the value list pretty decent. She's like a $5 card, $6 card, I think. So, and not bad for our second Mythic. Looks like we're about halfway through the box now. Got a couple things. Got 2 of the lands and the Kaya. A couple of the uncommons. And an End-Raise Forerunners. That's the one we were looking for right there. Not really. Not a bad card, though. It's pretty playable in a green deck. It's just that the mana cost. Jeez. That's a lot of mana. I mean, yeah, it's not hard to get mana in green, so I mean, it's not too big of a deal, but it is kind of one of those creatures you kind of got to have a deck ready for something like that, you know. You can't just throw it in any old deck and expect it to work, you know. Expect to get it out. Got to kind of make sure you got the acceleration and, you know, you're prepared for putting out big old beasts like that. Nope, that's not one. Junk Controller. Oh, another Mythic. We got the Prime Speaker Vanifar. It is one of the more valuable ones, but not like super valuable, like $3 or $4 probably. Cool card though, I really like it. Here, you can read it. Sacrifice another creature, search your library for a creature card with the converted mana cost equal to 1 plus the sacrificed creature's converted mana cost. Put that card on the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Activate this ability only at any time you could cast a sorcery. Yeah, it's late. I'm having trouble talking. It was a long week. I work retail, so yeah, this was a kind of a rough week. Not a bad third Mythic, so one of the more valuable Mythics on the set. I mean, the big money's in the shock lands, of course. You know, the Mythics are kind of more secondary value-wise, except for the Krasis, the good old Krasis. That's the big Mythic we're hoping to pull. But yeah, the rare lands are the big thing in here. 2 split cards in 1 pack. How lame. Simic Ascendancy. I don't think that one's too much. Could be wrong. Oh, we got a foil rare. It's a Font of Agonies. Not a good foil rare, but it's a foil rare. So we haven't been getting very good foils out of this box yet. Hopefully that changes and we pull something nice, but I'm not going to be holding my breath. I don't know about you guys, but who knows? Could be wrong. Go mates. Oh, I see something shiny. Oh, and I see our rare is a split card. Oh, it's a common. It's a weak common too. 4 for a 3/4 that does absolutely nothing. 4 for a 4/4 or a 4/5 or a 5/5 that does nothing. that you could still stack, but 4 for a 3/4 that does nothing. No special abilities at all. Come on. Wizards were just running out of ideas when they came up with that one. They're like, all right, we need to put a couple more cards in this set. Let's do this. Personally, I like the smaller sets. I think all the sets now are just way too big. What do we got? Oh, we got Ravnica. Another good one. Another good shock land there. So we're up to 3 shock lands for the box so far. Yeah, I like the smaller sets, you know. Of course, you know, I was around in the days when we had Arabian Nights and Antiquities, which were tiny little sets, but they were really, really awesome sets. I mean, they had really good cards. It just seemed like the smaller sets, they worked harder to put good cards in them. They took more time and concentrated on what cards they were going to put in the set, you know. And Cindervine's pretty decent card. Not too bad. A couple bucks maybe. Cool little card. Cool function. I like its abilities. Not hugely effective, but it's cheap. Cheap enchantment you can get out quick. Could have pretty good impact on the game. We're still only got 2 of the good. Oh, there's another Gateway Sneak. Still only 2 of the valuable. Oh, got Smothering Tide. That's another one up higher on the list there. About a $7-8 card, I think. So, good one. Pretty cool enchantment. Whenever an opponent draws a card, that player may pay 2. If that player doesn't, you create a treasure token. So, treasure falling out everywhere. I think it probably should have been like a 3 mana cost of 1 white and 2 colorless, because it's kind of a little bit more of an early game card. 4 mana is a little bit later game, which means they probably have the 2 to spend. I mean, it does lock them down a little bit if they don't want you creating a bunch of treasure tokens, but I don't think they're going to be so worried about the treasure tokens that they're going to be, you know, holding back too much. Plus, you know, the treasure tokens, after you've already got 4 mana out, aren't going to help you as much. Really, treasure tokens are an early game kind of jump start. Speaks of the Guild Pack, that's a pretty cool card. I like the multicolor borders now. The all colors borders or whatever it is. And a Hollow Fountain, nice. Another shock land. That's 4 shock lands in this box so far. I think that's kind of the average, but we still got 12 more packs to go. So hopefully we'll get a 5th one at least. That would be kind of nice. I'd say that would be a pretty good box if we ended up getting 5. If we get 6, it'd be an awesome box. All right, High Alert. High Alert's a pretty cool card. I do like that one. All right, Drill Bit's another one that I really liked. Oh, I see a Mythic, and it's Emergency Powers. I don't think that's one of the big ones that we were hoping for, but not a bad card. Kind of like a little bit of a hand reset there. So we did get 4 Mythics in the box so far. So another Mythic, 2 more shock lands, and a Stasis, and we're set, you know. I'd call that a pretty amazing box, but I'm not holding my breath. Gate Colossus. I was hoping for more of these. This is the first one I've come across. This is a really cool card. This is one of the reasons the gates are kind of growing on me a little bit, because basically, if you got 4 gates out, you can cast this 8/8 beast. So. And then whenever a gate enters the battlefield, you may put Gate Colossus from your graveyard on top of your library, so you get them back. So you got an 8/8 beast going over there that they're trying to deal with, and then you get him back after he dies if you got every time you cast another gate. And we got Judith, the Scourge Diva. I don't think she's worth a whole lot. Probably just because the name Judith. It's just kind of a, I don't know. If your name's Judith, I apologize. It's kind of an old lady name, though. No offense. Oh, God, there's going to be bad comments for that one. My mom's name is Judith, you jerk. Oh, Emperor Shaman, Skytether, Biomancer's Familiar. Isn't that a reprint? I feel like that's a reprint from an older set. It's probably a reprint from Ravnica. Duh. Alright, let's see here. usual, I got packs just falling everywhere. Yeah, not many of those valuable uncommons at all. I think we're still only at 2. And Amplifier. This is the one, I think, was it the bundle that I opened, and I got like 2 of these out of 10 packs. I was like, come on. Oh, we got a foil common. The Senate Courier. Not a great foil common. Decent, but, you know, not what we were hoping for. All right. Clear the stage. Oh, Wilderness Reclamation. We finally got the 3rd of the valuable uncommons. So there's 3 valuable uncommons. We got 1 of each in this box. That's pretty, yeah. Immolation Shaman. Immolation's a good band. Don't know about the Shaman. Cult Guild Mage foil. He's a pretty cool card. And the foil looks really nice. That's some pretty good foily. Alright, so we got 2 foil uncommons in the box. We're getting down there. We're down to, what do we got left? 7 packs. Let's see what these last 7 packs give us here. The box started off kind of weak and then picked up kind of in the middle there. So we'll see if it goes out with a bang or not. So far, we're probably a little undervalued from what we paid. Thread of Horrors, and that's not going to put us up there any higher. Get a couple more good hits. I think it'll be a pretty decent box. Just depends on what all we get in these last few packs here. Really disappointed I didn't get more of the good uncommons though. Well, there's another one right as I speak about it. So we got 2 of the cheapest of the expensive uncommons. All right, what do we got here? Lumbering Battlement. I don't remember this one. I don't look at the white cards a whole lot. I gotta admit, I'm a little biased against white. I like white. I use white all the time. It's just, I don't know, the cards don't excite me as much as the other colors, you know. Blue's so much fun with the control, and red just brutal. I just love the brutality of red, and black's just, you know, awesome. It's evil. Evil's good. Oh boy, more bad comments, I'm sure. You're just not a very good person. It's a joke, people. Don't take it so seriously. Life is about having fun. Alright, Gatebreaker Ram. That's another one of the really cool uncommons that makes the gates kind of really cool in this set. As long as you control 2 or more gates, Gatebreaker Ram has Vigilance and Trample, and it gets +1/+1 for each gate you control. There's some pretty brutal combos with this guy. Just saying. Unbreakable Formation. That's another good card. So that wasn't a bad pack there. Unbreakable Formation. Where is it? Where is it on the list? I'm trying to kind of look at the price list to give you a quick value here, but I don't see it. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it wasn't a valuable card. No, it's a cool card. All your creatures get indestructible. You can't argue with that. That is the one good thing about white, is it has a lot of capability to give your creatures indestructible, and it can pop out little weenies pretty fast. Oh, there's some dark places I could go with that comment, but we're not going to go there. All right. Incubation Druid. That one is another good one. Another good value card, and a really, really cool card. I do love elves. Elves can do a lot of fun stuff. Just in case you didn't know, add 1 mana of any type that a land you control could produce. If Incubation Druid has a 1/1 counter on it, add 3 mana of that type instead. There is a 1 green casting cost thing that'll put a 1/1/1 counter on him, so you don't have to pay the adapt cost. Just putting that out there. That's good hit though. Good card. Glad I got one. He'll fit nicely in my elf deck if I decide to hold on to him. So, all right. Wilderness Reclamation. Okay, so we got 2 of that one. Oh, Ravnica. This girl right here. Let me tell you about this girl. Is that a girl or a guy? Might be a guy. Ravnica is kind of a chick name though there, dude. Don't know what to tell you. Anyway, this card right here, I hadn't seen before, and I don't know if you guys watched some of my other videos. I was talking about I did get to play some vintage with a deck that I haven't touched in 12 years. The one deck, or well, one of the two decks I kept when I sold my collection. And this little girl, dude, she thing, this thing shut me down. I mean, it just full on shut me down. I am going to have to make sure I stack some removal in that deck now. Even though I wanted to keep it really slim, just worry about getting the combo out as fast as possible, I'm going to have to stack some removal because this card will shut me down. This card shuts down all kinds of shenanigans. So each opponent can't cast non-creature spells with converted mana costs greater than the number of lands that player controls. Completely nullifies any kind of excess mana. My mana crypts, and if somebody's playing Power 9, it kind of shuts that down too. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it, counter that spell. So those ornithopters I was trying to use to create my little infinite combo there, they get counterspelled, and that doesn't do me any good because then I can't bring them back. So yeah, we'll go over that when I go over my deck in another video, but this card right here was a massive thorn on my side. So, but it's a good card. It's a decent value, I believe. I'm not seeing it on the list, but I'm probably just not seeing it because I'm tired. It's been a long week. But this card really does shut down a whole lot of shenanigans. Burn Bright, common foil. Ooh, look at the tattoos on the face and the eyeballs. That's kind of crazy. That's a really cool foil. I don't think it's worth anything, but that's a really cool foil. Look at that. The eyes are changing colors as you move around. That's pretty neat. I get easily amused. All right, one pack left. Is the Crisis in here? Are we going to get a fifth shock land? Are we going to get a fifth mythic? Got to get them mythics, you know? All right, here we go. This is for all the marbles. This decides whether this was a really good box or a box. All right. Vampire. Scrabbling Claws. Spirit of the Spires. And what is it? What is it? Oh, it's a split card. Wah, wah, wah. Total whammy at the end. What is that? So rude. Yeah, it's one of the better split cards, but still, it's not worth anything. How rude. Got so excited, hoping there might be something good. All right, so we got, of our mythics, we got 4 mythics. 2 are good. 2.5. I guess the Angel's okay, but not really worth anything. So not much value in the mythics. Kaya and the Prime are decent. They're a few bucks a piece. We did get 4 of the lands, and we got, I think, the 4 most expensive lands, right? Yep, the 4 most expensive lands in order, literally. We literally pulled them in order of value. So, not bad. We got, so our total uncommon, valuable uncommon count is 2 Wilderness, 2 Rhythms, and 1 Light Up the Stage. Of course, the Light Up the Stage is the most valuable. So, Wizards knows what they're doing. They're able to control how rare, how they're able to control the draws quite well on these. So, I mean, they say that all uncommons are created equally. Well, I mean, they want you to believe that, but they've even said that they don't create them all equally because sometimes they need 1 more on a sheet or 1 less on a sheet, and they make some of them more rare than others. So that's what we got here, because I'm sure if we go through the other uncommons, we probably got on average 2 to 3 of every other uncommon. So this is probably the only uncommon that we're only going to get 1 of in the box, most likely. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. How often do you guys pull those? Is it just this box didn't have very many? Or, is it just because it's a larger set? Let me know. What do you think of the larger sets? Do you like smaller sets? Do you like larger sets? Personally, I love smaller sets because you get a lot more in the boxes. I mean, these bigger sets, you spend a lot of money on the box and you only get kind of a sampling, a little taste of what the set has to offer as far as the rares and mythics and stuff like that, and even the uncommons, as you can see. So let me know your thoughts on it. What do you think about it? Do you think Wizards should go to smaller sets? Personally, I think they should have, I missed the 3-set blocks. I think the first set being like a larger 250, 300 card set, and then the next set being like a 150 card set, and then the last set being like around a 100 card set was awesome. I really liked that setup. I don't know why they went away from it. I think it's because they were saying that the last one wasn't selling as well. But the reason the last one wasn't selling as well was because people were getting more value out of the boxes, because you didn't have to open so many boxes to get the whole set or get the cards you were looking for. So personally, I think that was a good thing. I think it's rude of them to, make it harder for us to get the cards we need. So I like the smaller sets. I like the 3-set blocks. Let me know what you guys think about it. Leave a comment. Every comment, share, like is really appreciated. So I really appreciate your time if you're still here. I'm probably just talking to myself at this point, most likely. But if you're still here, thank you so much for your time. And please watch some other videos. I really would love to help grow this channel a little bit. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye.